What does it mean to take imperfect action as a business coach? You're trying to grow a business, perhaps you're considering business consulting and business coaching. You want to work with companies and businesses, whether they're small, large, doesn't matter. And you're trying to figure it all out. By the way, if you are, there's a link either in this below the video or maybe in an email if you receive this in a link to where you can find out more about it. It's a simple conversation about what we do with a systematic approach to making it simple, right? And we do something very unique where you don't have to bet the farm to get started. And so if you'd like to learn more about it, you can book a call to be able to do that. But one of the things that in our community, in our coaching community that we teach, we preach, we talk about all the time is taking imperfect action. Like, why would you want to do that? And sometimes people hear me say that and they go, well, but that sounds unprofessional. Let me give you an example. The challenge. Lots of people start their business coaching journey still doing something else. They may own a business. They may be winding down, happens quite often where they're winding down a career. The business is being sold, the company's being sold, the position's being eliminated. They've got a few months to, get some things going, or, unfortunately some things happen where they were downsized on or whatever. Oftentimes, a lot of coaches who start have been thinking about starting for a very long time. Perhaps that's you, right? And so we're trying to, there's a lot of things going on. We're trying to figure out exactly, how to do this, what to do, put the whole one foot in front of the other, but what's the way to do it? And so as we discover those things, it's very normal where one day becomes 1 week, becomes 1 month. We want every T crossed, we want every I dotted, and again, we want to be professional. But before you know it, we stay in training mode, we stay in thinking mode, and during that time, here's what happens, is that a new thing will enter into the picture, and you're like, you know what? That's probably a better way. That resource will be the one. That's the direction, and we get distracted. Why? We simply haven't taken action. And I cannot stress enough, and we've coached thousands of coaches over the years, that those, even that have lesser skills, those who take imperfect action to go just start getting their chops in, building repetition, are the ones that become successful almost every time. Now look, there absolutely are what I call unicorns. In other words, there are some people that are just gifted. They're the Michael Jordans of the world. Don't try to be that. You can't. I can't, you can't, no one can. That's just the way they're designed, and they just have that gift mix, We have to follow good practice, good routine, foundations, and go take action. So here's an example. This just happened yesterday with one of our coaches in Florida. And we have a number of different strategies that are in our system. They made the decision that, I like doing the workshop style, which we have all the resources, the tools, the slide decks, the conversations, the handouts. We have all that pre-done for you, okay? He said, that's the direction I'm going to go, but he's got a lot going on. And he's like, I would love for it to be perfect, but I just got to get it done. Kind of puts it together good enough, and because we already have the landing pages, again, the resources, you just don't have to do a whole lot extra. It's all kind of done for you. It's like a business in a box kind of style. He made some invites. He decided that, okay, by taking imperfect action, I understand that I'm going to invite a few less people this time just to get my feet wet, to get used to it, the whole process, da-da-da-da-da. So he made some invites. People were interested. Only had a couple of people that were committed to coming. A couple of people couldn't make it at the last minute, which is normal in any kind of live event. And so he wasn't discouraged. He's like, okay, good. I'm still going to do it. He did say, because he's human, he did say, I'm going to, maybe I should cancel it. But then he remembered, nope, I'm going to take action, get my first one out of the way. It'll get me closer to where I want to go, closer to the flexibility, closer to the freedom that I'm looking for, and so on. And so that's what he did. He went ahead and had it. Well, right before he was going to do it, I say right before, an hour or two, he gets a text from someone who he had invited that said no. And they said, hey, are you still doing the workshop? He said, yes, I am. He goes, you know what? Plans change. I'm going to make it. He goes, come on. So the guy came. Here's the point. That individual, he could have canceled it, right? Underneath the, well, I don't have as many people coming. I don't have it all together yet. All that kind of good stuff. But of the three that were there, one of them oversees in his industry 300 franchise locations. 300. 100. Now, I don't know about you. This is the whole point of taking imperfect action. You get these micro opportunities that, they had a good time. And honestly, what ended up happening in this case, because there was less people and less probably of a structure, he had great conversation and great community with those 3 individuals, especially this one where a lot of opportunity could come into play over time. And so he could have quit, he could have not done it, but look, now he woke up this morning with new, renewed opportunity that was not existing the day before. And the other 2 folks that were there, they got exposure to somebody who is, arguably has a pretty big job and, has a lot of opportunity. And they saw the coach interacting. And so the encouragement here more than anything else, again, imperfect action just means you can think that you're prepared all day long, but you're still going to have to take those first few steps to move forward to get where you want to go. Repetition is the bedrock of mastery. I'll say it again. Repetition is the bedrock of mastery. This is the reason why the elite in any industry, we'll use sports. I love sports, watch a lot of sports. It's a lot of fun. We'll use the best, right? That's why the elite football players like a Tom Brady, you could make the argument after a few Super Bowls, after the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, did he have to really practice? No, he still showed up. Why? Because foundations matter. Michael Jordan still showed up. You could make the argument after the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th championship, should he have to still show up? Now, I'm not Michael Jordan, I'm not Tom Brady, neither are you. And so it's even more so where foundations matter, and the only way that you can begin to master the foundations is take imperfect action, because as you begin to take the imperfect action, then you can begin to master the action. That's the point. You cannot master anything that you cannot start with, and you're not going to start perfect. You can't worry about what someone thinks. Matter of fact, our coach who did the event down in Florida had a number of people who said, hey, sign me, get me ready and put me on the list for the next one. I can't make this one, but I'm super interested, right? Like that imperfect action already is seasoned. And 2 of them, if I understood correctly, they said, absolutely, put you on the list. Why don't we go ahead and get together for coffee anyways? Great. So even taking that imperfect action already put people on his calendar that may not have shown up there had he not said, I'm just going to go do it. So what about you? Maybe you're on our coaching team. Maybe you're in our community and you're busy. Although I'd make the argument, what's busy, right? We get to determine to some degree what busy is. Not all activities are the same, but which ones are the ones that matter? In his case, making the decision to, 1, do the workshop. That was the strategy he chose. There's a number of different strategies. By the way, in our community, you have a one-on-one coach who helps you determine what strategies is the best for you based upon your background, gift mix, desire. So 1, he made the decision, but bigger than that, he planned it. Even bigger than that, he invited people, because we've seen it time and time again. People make the decision, they plan the event, and they make no invites. They're like, because that's the part where, you know what, I'm going to do it next month when I really get the room that I was really hoping for, because the one that I wanted was booked. You know what? The posters didn't come in. You know what? And that's what blows a hole into momentum. And so every time you punt the ball down the field, psychologically, it puts space in between you and success, or it puts space in between you and just action and activity, and it prolongs the inevitable. Now look, you may do those things and they may not work. Well, but you can't fix anything that you're not working on. So if you don't take any imperfect action, then you don't have the ability to go, all right, I've got appointments, I'm getting in front of people, I'm taking that action, but I'm not getting any, clients. Well, now you have something to work on, right? Like now you actually have meat that you can sink your teeth into to go, all right, I'm doing this, that part's working. I'm doing this, that part's working. I'm doing the assessment, we'll call it, like an effective demonstration. You must have an effective demonstration to be able to land clients. I'm doing the demonstration, but for some reason I'm not getting any yeses. Well, because you're getting people to that call or that conversation or that meeting, now you can work on it. But you can't work on it if you're sitting behind your computer just wondering, pondering, training, reading, thinking, praying, whatever, meditating, trying to, imagine, a new idea today, a new idea tomorrow, whatever. Get focused on taking a few steps of action that are imperfect, and you'll see things start to shape. And then you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again. And we see it all the time, especially when, I'll call it, new coaches that join our community. the ones who do some blindly following, right? Like, this is not to mean to be arrogant and or braggadocious, but we've been there. We've done it. Our coaching team has done it. And we've been training coaches for 15 plus years. And so in the beginning, it's like, allow somebody else to lead and guide you, at least to get the first few clients or so, as you begin to shape your tone, your message, your style, your aura, and more importantly, to improve your confidence, okay? And don't get offended. And I don't mind to offend you a little bit just for the sake of getting you to think. But just because you have 25 years as a CPA or leading teams or sales manager or you owned a business, right? The way that you go about and utilize your personality and begin to connect with people, if you've not studied that art, then coming out of the gate, just because you have that background by itself, that may not be enough. You need infrastructure. You need a system. You need a plan. Without that plan, you're not going to take any kind of action, imperfect or perfect for that matter, unless you're a unicorn, which if you are, awesome. So there you go. I hope that adds value to you today. Hope that means something to you today. Again, I would rather see somebody, continuing to bump into a brick wall and getting and having to fight through challenges, because that we can work on, than somebody who is anemic with their activity. Because that, obviously, you're never going to get anywhere. But we see it all the time. People who just stall, and truthfully, it's excuse, excuse, excuse. Let's don't play the excuse game. Let's play the imperfect action game to become successful. Business coaching provides that opportunity to be able to have flexibility, freedom, to coach where you want, live where you want, do it when you want. We've got coaches all the time who live in their mind, not minds, but this is their purpose. They live a semi-retired life for the rest of their life. I hope that adds value to you today. Take care.